Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 195 alongside Brandon Gibson, one of Carlos Condit's coaches, who's in his corner tonight. And Brandon, first off, thank you for the time. I know it's somewhat of a disappointing night for you guys. In your heart of hearts, do you think Carlos did enough to win that fight?
I do. When the fight was over, I thought we had 1, 3, and 4 solid. 5 was a barn burner. 2 was definitely Robbie's round, but I thought we did enough to take the belt from the champion. And regardless, I'm proud of how Carlos fought, and he left everything in there tonight.
So it seems like the third round is the one that people are split on, and I know it's fresh, but why do you think you guys did enough to win that round?
I've just heard even from fight metrics, punch stats, that Carlos drastically outstruck Robbie in that round. Significant strikes, and not just that round, the fight overall. I thought Carlos, just his footwork, his range, significant strikes. We were hurting him to the head, to the legs, to the body. But going to that fourth round, I thought we were up 2-1.
Again, the fans very passionate about this one. A lot of them think it was a robbery. Do you feel comfortable with labeling it that way, or do you think this was a super close fight?
It was definitely a battle between two, champions, and it didn't. It was a battle all the way to that last second. I don't know if it's a robbery. I need to go back and look at it, but I thought Carlos did more than enough to win that fight in my heart.
Right. You told me yesterday that you guys had a specific game plan, as always. Did he execute it?
I think he executed segments of it beautifully, and then I think there's also areas that Carlos improvised, and he established his own patterns and created his own rhythms in that, and was able to capitalize on some of Robbie's errors. But then there's also parts where it was just a scrap, where it was two killers trading hooks right in the center, right up against the fence line, and everywhere else. So, I think this fight had a little bit of everything in it.
Your story with Carlos is a very unique one because you guys are from Albuquerque. You have a very close relationship with him. Your first, UFC fight that you cornered was UFC 143, his interim title fight. Isn't it funny? After that fight, he was public enemy #1. People didn't give him the credit. Now he loses, and he's being completely showered with praise. He's almost like the uncrowned champion. Kind of funny how that works, right?
I think it's just a testament to who Carlos is, and all these years since the Diaz fight, he's just continued to show tremendous heart and skill in the wins and the losses, and I think he definitely has won over fans from everywhere.
What's going through your mind in the corner when he's hitting those big shots, when he's executing the game plan, and Lawler isn't going down? He keeps coming forward. Like, how do you digest all of that?
We knew how resilient and how tough Robbie Lawler is. We've seen it from studying film in all of his past fights, and we just wanted Carlos to stay composed, continue to pick his shots, find his shots, and keep his defense up. Robbie's always dangerous. And I knew going into that fifth round, I thought back to the Rory McDonald fight, and I knew he was going to come out very hard after almost being finished in the fourth. I knew that fifth round he was going to come out just monstrous, and he did.
So fans have been paying attention as of late. He's been dropping hints that this is a do-or-die fight for him, that he's prepared to walk away if he doesn't get the belt, and he kind of, he doubled down on that here tonight. In your opinion, how close is he to actually retiring after this fight, never fighting again?
I would like to see what the UFC offers. I think there is a case for a rematch in this fight, considering how close it was and what a fan favorite it was. But Carlos has a beautiful family, and I know he has a big future ahead of him outside of this sport as well. He's a very successful, driven, motivated person, and I know he can apply these talents to whatever he chooses to in the next segment of his life. And I just want him to leave this sport happy and knowing that he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. And I think that's up to Carlos to sit down and digest with his family what his next step is. But it's just an honor to call Carlos my friend and teammate and be able to coach him. It means a lot to me.
As his coach and friend, do you want to see him continue fighting?
I know Carlos has the skill set and the talent to beat Robbie Lawler or to beat any of these other top welterweights, but if his heart's not in it, that's his call. Okay. But skill set wise as a martial artist, he's incredible.
So for the team, it started off as a good night for you guys with Sheldon Westcott, a new member of the team, but then Kyle Noak, Andre Arlovsky, Carlos Condit. You walk away from Vegas, you go back home. Any silver linings? Is your head held high, or is this ultimately a disappointing night for the team?
You know, I think the nights we have big wins or big losses, we have to have a short memory with. So, believe me, I'll be right back to the drawing board tomorrow night. We got fighters coming in the gym, and I'll be right back to cracking mitts and trying to dissect what happened tonight and just get better and better and better, because I know Jackson Winklejohn is not done creating champions.
Class act as always, Brandon. Thank you very much. And again, congratulations to you guys on an amazing fight.
Thank you.